Radical.
You've heard about remasters. Oh, heavens, do we have to deal with a lot of remasters, especially on the Sony PlayStation. A lot of remasters happening there. But Xbox has remasters too. They have a remaster of a remaster, not to outdo themselves. This one's not a remaster, it's a reloaded. Gears of War Reloaded. Yeah, this is big time news. Not because they're choosing to come out with Gears of War again, but the news is where it's going. It's going to PlayStation 5. The Holy Trinity, I've talked about before. The Holy Trinity of Xbox games. Forza, Gears, Halo. Forza, Gears, Halo. Years and years and years and several titles. Well, there's got to be like 100 now. Gears, Halo, and Forza. That's the three game franchises people think about that they associate with Xbox. They have other franchises, but it's those three, the Holy Trinity. Well, not even a year ago, Forza 5 Horizon dropped on the PlayStation 5. Now this is the second one, which is the Gears franchise. We got Forza and Gears, and I'm pretty sure since Phil Spencer says there's no red lines, maybe Halo Master Chief Collection or something along those lines is going to eventually become, mark my words, the Master Chief will make an appearance on the PlayStation 5. It's just a matter of time. So, to a lot of people that are Xbox diehards, that's a tough pill to swallow. It's a sad day if you are a loyal Xbot. But the positive is, moves like this possibly might break down the walls. And you might, at one point in the future, have some Sony games on the Xbox systems. In the future, if they're still Xbox systems, because they're kind of trying to put the kibosh, the Undertaker in WWE, he does the throat, then that cut. They're trying to, it seems like all the moves they're making is trying to kneecap the Xbox consoles. It's just, I talked about it yesterday. From perspective of business, okay, they can make money in the short term, but long term, you're damaging your brand, aren't you? Of exclusivity? Because the general consensus is, okay, I'm going to get me a game console because I want exclusives on that console. I'm going to get me a system because I can play exclusives on that system. That's why people get a Switch. That's why people get a PlayStation. And it used to be why people got an Xbox. Now a lot of diehard fans of the Xbox are trying to spin this into a positive move, saying, yeah, well, cross-play, we're going to destroy those Sony ponies. They don't know how to play Gears even. Come on, quit your posturing, all right? The console wars was so 2011, okay? The console wars are over, man. It's not about who won and who lost, because there's always winners and losers in war. War. Huh. What is it good for? We need to break down the walls between these systems. I say, it'll never happen. But let's say, at least between the PlayStation and the Xbox, let's have all the games on each system. Let's have cross-play across the board. Let's have them compete through services and, maybe ecosystems. People will still buy one that has the controller that they have a better feel of. But obviously right now, what was the sales, 2 or 3 to 1 over the Xbox Series X? And that was before the price increases. There's no competition, like I said before. So, is it a smart business move for them to be releasing this like they did Forza? Well, if they want to make money, yeah, it's a pretty good move. Because apparently, I don't have it with me right now, but apparently I was reading something that says the biggest games on PlayStation right now, selling on their marketplace, would be Forza 5 and Oblivion Remastered. Oblivion is actually now considered a Xbox game. Isn't that weird? Because of that big buyout. But most people don't really consider that to be an Xbox game. Come on, it's really not an Xbox game. It's Oblivion, right? Skyrim, Fallout. Those are not Xbox games. They just bought their way to be able to say that they are, okay? Because they got the big pockets. Ultimately, when it comes to who wins, it's who has the most money. That's a lesson you'll learn in life. Microsoft has the most money. They can take the most chances. Therefore, they ultimately will win when it comes down to money. When it comes down to the gamers, though, and looks, yeah, Sony PlayStation, they won. They won the outdated concept of console wars. So, congratulations. I guess Microsoft's playing the long game. We don't know what's going to happen there. I can just tell you a little bit about Gears of War Reloaded. Focusing on a positive, which is this game will now reach a bigger audience. There are PlayStation gamers leaving in the comment sections. They're saying, man, I've never had an Xbox console, and I'm excited to get to play one of the best Xbox games. And this version, what's going on with this version? Okay. Number one, here's a big positive. It's not $80. It's not $70. It's not $60. Not $50. It's only $40. Now, granted, it is a remaster, so that's good pricing, though, I think, for a remaster. And here's the good news. If you actually have the Ultimate Edition of Gears of War, this is a free download for you. So that's pretty cool. And to people that have PlayStation 5, it's not like you guys have a ton. It's not like you guys have a ton of games coming down the line. So, what the fuck is a pike? I don't know. Sometimes I just put in words in the commentary and I don't really know. I'm just speeding this up, could you tell? But this is a positive for them because it's not like they're getting exclusives every month, big hit time exclusives. So, for people that have a PlayStation, you get to play Gears like you got to play Forza. All right, so looking down here, there was maybe this is not actually okay, here's a screenshot here. And it compares the 1080 version versus the 2160. I don't know, it looks better. How much better? It looks more detailed, so there's that. I'm really not gonna go into this the details here. Other than, again, it's great that you get to actually get it for free if you have the Ultimate Edition. So nobody try to buy it if you have the Ultimate, or I think probably if you try to buy it on the marketplace, if you're on Xbox and you already have the Ultimate, it should just go right there too. Sorry, I'm distracted by the pictures here. Looks good. Looks better. Look at the shadows. Shadows look a lot nicer. It's mostly gray, though. It's a more detailed shade of gray. That's one criticism people have of Gears of War. Just could use a little bit of color. Oh, here's the details I want to get into before I close this commentary out. Precision performance on every platform. No matter where you play, Gears of War Reloaded has been re-engineered to look and feel incredible. Players can expect 4K resolution, 60 frames a second in campaign, 120 frames a second in multiplayer. Well, the human eye can't see past 30 frames a second. Everybody knows that. High dynamic range, Dolby Vision, spatial audio, all kind of good stuff. 4K assets, enhanced post-processing visual effects, improved shadows. As I pointed out, the shadows. You can tell the shadows. Super resolution. You don't want no damn regular resolution. You want super resolution. Improved anti-aliasing. 0 loading screens during campaign. Yeah, so there you go. The walls are all about broken down. There is one more of the Holy Trinity left. So, place your bets. Will there be a Halo game coming to PlayStation at some point in the future? I would say yes. Sooner than you can expect. So when this comes out, again, it comes out, I believe, in August or September. I believe August. There'll be a lot of people that were on different sides of the console war. A lot of people, the ponies and the Xbots, that were slinging insults online to each other. A lot of people that will have the same game and they'll say, hey, why don't we just go ahead and play a game together and quit arguing so much?